Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. If you're going to enjoy today's video and want more content like this, then feel free to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into these books. At number 1, we've got Basic Economics. Basic Economics is a non-fiction book by American economist Thomas Sowell, published by Basic Books in 2000. Basic Economics is focused on how societies create prosperity or poverty for their people by the way they organize their economies. Mark Hendrickson of Forbes praised Sowell's writing for its unusual clarity and accessibility in comparison to other economic books. Writing, "My goal as a professor has been to teach an introductory course in a way that doesn't turn off students to what is a fundamentally interesting and important subject. And I have largely succeeded with the help of Professor Sowell's book." Ben Shapiro says if you read this book and economics in one lesson, you'll know more than all of your classmates combined about the basic workings of free markets and economics. Number 2, The Rise and Fall of Violent Crime in America. The Rise and Fall of Violent Crime in America is the first book to comprehensively examine this important phenomenon over the entire post-war era. It combines the social history of the US with the insights of criminology. This work examines the relationship between rising and falling crime and such historical developments as the post-war economic boom, suburbanization, and the rise of the middle class, baby booms and busts, war and anti-war protests, the urbanization of minorities, etc. The justice system is not biased against black people or Hispanic people. Read this book and you'll see the statistics, Ben Shapiro says. At number 3, we've got Homage to Catalina. Homage to Catalina is George Orwell's personal account of his experiences and observations fighting for the POUM militia of the Republican Army during the Spanish Civil War. The war was one of the defining events of his political outlook and a significant part of what led him to write in 1946. Ben Shapiro quotes, "A lot of people have read Orwell's 1984. He actually wrote a book that's better. It's this book." Number 4, Economics in One Lesson. The one lesson is stated in part 1 of the book. The art of economics consists in looking not merely at the immediate but at the longer effects of any act or policy. It consists in tracing the consequences of that policy not merely for one group but for all groups. Along with the very first book mentioned in this video, Shapiro believes this one is also a huge must when expanding your knowledge about economics. Quote, "If you read this book and Basic Economics, you'll know more than all of your classmates," as mentioned earlier in the video. Moving on now to number 5, The War on Cops. This book expands on McDonald's groundbreaking and controversial reporting on the Ferguson effect and the criminal justice system. It deconstructs the central narrative of the Black Lives Matter movement that racist cops are the greatest threat to young black males. On the contrary, it's criminals and gangbangers who are responsible for the high black homicide death rate. The War on Cops exposes the truth about officer use of force and explodes the concept of mass incarceration. A rigorous analysis of data shows that crime, not race, drives police actions and prison rates. Quote, "A very good book. It talks about the Ferguson effect and why it is that the left's attack on law enforcement is actually making people in the inner city less safe and rising crime rates," says Ben Shapiro. Number 6, Liberty, Equality, Fraternity. Students of political theory will welcome the return to print of this brilliant defense of ordered liberty. Impugning John Stuart Mill's famous treatise on liberty, Stephen criticized Mill for turning abstract doctrines of the French Revolution into the creed of a religion. "Only the constraints of morality and law make liberty possible," warned Stephen, and attempts to impose unlimited freedom, material equality, and indiscriminate love of humanity will lead inevitably to coercion and tyranny. Liberty must be restrained by custom and tradition if it is to endure. Equality must be limited to equality before the law if it is to be just. And fraternity must include actual men, not the amorphous mass of mankind, if it is to be real and genuine. Ben Shapiro says if you ever want to read a really good book debunking utilitarianism, then this is an excellent book. Thanks for watching this video everyone. If you did enjoy it, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and much more. And if you guys do go and read these books, then let us know in the comments how they go when you finish them. Goodbye for now, we'll see you next time.